minutes. I don't know, maybe a little bit longer than that. But I'm gonna speak on this real quick. Um, Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon. All the links in the description. So Lubin and Vergil Ortiz are supposed to be fighting now. Vergil Ortiz daddy and I do a video came out saying that it ain't completely true because Lubin, what was this button? Oh my bad. Lubin hasn't or he sent the offer to Xander Zayas. So Xander Zayas, and I have a video on this, responded by saying that basically the offer that Golden Boy put out there wasn't a good offer, and they were trying to really put it. From what I read, they was trying to put it on pay-per-view. All right. So basically, Xander's ass ain't gonna fight no Vergil Ortiz. It's so funny how Vergil Ortiz got a hand injury, but he wasn't ready to fight Murtazaliev. He had a hand injury, but he wasn't willing to go straight for Sebastian Fondor. Like I said, man, ain't no different, man. All these guys the same. They all picking and choosing, they don't want no title fights. They want an easy title, It got to be a hell of a feeling back in the day when you had to earn the title and actually beat a champion for a title. Rafael Benitez in front of his high school class won a world title at 140 pounds versus a guy who had 10 title defenses. Wow, right? Michael Nunn was a guy that had 30-something fights before he got his first title shot. I believe Thomas Hearns, the guy he took the title from, had, double-digit title defenses. These were actual champions. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Hagler, 43, 44 fights before he got a title shot, got robbed, took a fight between there, then finally got a title. You know what I'm saying? These guys, Vergil been pro 9 years. He turned down more title shots than he fought 4 titles. Bud, Murtazaliev, that's 2. He never fought for a title. But that's the world we living in, and unfortunately for him, he in this era, and some guys is walking around with belts. They ain't no better than guys historically or today that never won a belt. Boots is one of them. It's more about politics than your actual skill, and that's everyday life. That's why I'm a huge non-advocate for, and I say non-advocate, I'm not an advocate of DEI. You know what I'm saying? I'm an advocate for the best person for the job, the most skillful person for the job. And when you go into the workplace, yeah, it's good to see a lot of people that look like your skin folk, right? They look like your kinfolk that got the same skin that you got. It's a beautiful thing, but then if, they don't do the job, and when people don't do the job, it's harder on you. And when it's harder on you and it's harder on the company, you ain't gonna last long out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to have qualified individuals at the workplace. Once again, it's always good to have qualified individuals at the workplace. And a piece of paper don't mean you great at a job. How many people we seen, get arrested for being a doctor, or it was a lady that was a nurse and she was a fake nurse, but she was fantastic. So what do that tell you? You know what I'm saying? So, a title don't mean nothing, and really the lineal title will start not to mean anything anymore either. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as the fight, I like the fight, and what it looked like is they're gonna do an unofficial tournament, Lubin and Vergil Ortiz, and the winner of that fight is gonna get Fondor and Keith Thurman. So they fight a week between each other. October 10th is the Vergil Ortiz and Lubin supposed fight. And then 8 days later, I'm guessing that's a Friday, 8 days later, a pay-per-view is Fondor and Keith Thurman. So, you don't want a title fight. And also, not only do you not want a title fight, you don't want a title fight with the turkey money. Is crazy. That's crazy. You don't want the title fight with the turkey money, but apparently for Lubin, it was going to purse bid. So maybe Turkey wasn't financially getting behind that. So if the money wasn't right, but Lubin is yet to touch a world title. He's contended for at least one world title I can remember for. But hey, it is what it is, man. These guys got people above them or people that guide their career that do what's best for them. But it's not what's best for you, Lubin, with PBC. I understand you may have your hand strapped or tied behind your back, but what's best for you really is to go get the title. But it doesn't align with PBC interests. You know what I'm saying? So, they want to keep they want to keep this money in the family type of thing going. And I mean, I feel them. But if it's for the best thing, and this is where Al Haymon has issues with the Muhammad Ali Act. If it's in the best interest for your fighter to make more money and got a better opportunity, you gotta let them go. You can't just say, "Oh, it's better for PBC if we do this and do that." I mean, do we really want to see Lubin in there again with Sebastian Fondura? Because that's pretty much, if he wins, what's gonna happen. So I mean, but he's fearless. He's a Florida boy, fearless. But honestly, I know what's other politics behind that with Lubin, bro. I get it. Like, I understand. PBC gonna die, and they're gonna die with an empty clip in their hand. I don't know if y'all ever read The Last Ronin about the Ninja Turtles and shit, and they were making a rated R movie, and basically it was about all the turtles got slaughtered. Basically, Shredder's descendants pretty much set them up, and he slaughtered them. And the only one left was Michelangelo, so he had to pretty much defeat the Foot Clan to avenge his brothers in Master Splinter. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the last Ronin, he died completing the mission. You know what I'm saying? He died completing the mission. And that's what Al Haymon and them, they're gonna die. The company is going to die, and the mission is complete. No, the mission wasn't to, make boxing great again. The mission was for Al Haymon, in my opinion, allegedly, it was for him to take take the investors' money and run off with it, allegedly. That's what it was about. No matter what algorithm or formula you tried to use to explain what Al Haymon was doing, Al Haymon don't give a fuck about the health of Errol Spence. He don't care about the health of Deontay Wilder. That was a crock of bullshit. Don't no white collar care about the health of these fighters unless they kinfolk. They don't care nothing about y'all. So when you heard, oh yeah, I want to protect the fighters, you believe that bullshit if you want to. The formula that he used, it didn't make sense. The best fight the best, you get more money for the network, more visibility. He could have got that $7.7 million deal, but that's not what he wanted to do. But in my opinion, allegedly, he used boxing for a cover to take everybody money and get out of Dodge. He had in my opinion, all this allegedly, he had a crook mindset. It was just to take as much money and get out of it. Because his business model was not to sustain any type of success. Any type of success. And anybody that looked at the model and they championed, the model wasn't nothing but a bot or a moron. They were a moron. He's a fucking moron, if you believe that. So, at the end of the day, what you're seeing is just like the final stages of PBC rolling over and croaking. That's all. They trying to fake it, and he didn't, hand the reins over to one of Sam Watson's sons, and he basically gave him that bust from Speed with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. But Watson's son ain't no Keanu Reeves. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna say that bust, and he ain't gonna, do that. So, PBC it's a wrap. And then, for Lubin, for you to take the PBC money when they just sent you the fucking pro box, this check might not even clear with PBC, real talk. This check might not even clear unless the zone paying for it. This check might not even clear. But as far as the fight with Vergil Ortiz, I mean, it's a good fight. If it's now or never for Lubin, if he loses this fight, he probably forever, he probably, no disrespect, but he probably is Terrell Goucher at this point. Even though Terrell Goucher beat Elijah Garcia, he's just an opponent. He's just a name. Somebody that's the gateway to a championship, a gateway to the upper echelon of the contender status. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So I mean, is it a winnable fight? Yeah, you know, when you fight Vergil Ortiz, what he has to understand, you know, you gotta dominate with the jab and your speed. The thing about Vergil Ortiz is when you throw combinations, he balls up. But when you throw your combinations, Lubin, you have to step over. Don't stay on that line. Either you smother him after them combinations, or you step over, you use that angle and make him reset. Also, you got a dude that has having problems with making weight, and that has rhabdomyolysis. So, hold on. So, the number one thing you want to do is you want to go to the body. You want to go to that body. A lot of body work early on, a lot of hard shots. But if you stay on that line and you stay in front of them and you try to bang it out with them, you're going to lose. But if you use your athleticism, you use your speed, your combination punching, your jab, your body work, and you use your footwork and you step over, that's how you win. Either you're going to push them back or you get off the line. Throw combinations, get off the line, fluster them with the jab, touch that body, smother them. And what he like to do is when you get done working, then he like to explode. You know what I'm saying? So either you smother him or you step over, you pivot, and you make him reset. And when he reset, if I was you, I would go again. He has to be set. It's all the same thing. He doesn't fight a persistent fight. He fights in spurts. That's why he able to conserve his energy so well. And everything he throws is off the front foot and is very, very heavy. So therefore, if you throwing combinations and you just slightly pivoting and stepping out his way, you using his weight against each other. You using his weight. All his weight on the front foot. Boom, boom, boom. Step over. Boom, boom. Smother him. And then eventually, if you can push him back, do. But if I'm killing the body and fight a guy like Vergil Ortiz. But I actually think it's a really good fucking fight. To be honest, it's a fight I never thought about it can happen. But but I'm just like, damn, it's a title fight right there for both of those guys. There's a title fight right there for them. And you don't want the title fight? I mean, we in a strange era, bro. Strange era. He said Bakhram punching the air right now. I mean, sad. I told you nobody wants to be the boogeyman. There's no fronting. It's no money in being the boogeyman. No, I don't even know the Wilbur Dream Cruise this year. I don't live nowhere near that way. I've never been, but I've drove by it. I'm hesitant. It's too much. And it really? Do it be niggas at the Dream Cruise? It's crazy. I ain't sure. I ain't never went, but I've drove past, like, because if you drive past the area through this time of year, a lot of the old guys still be showing their cars over there off Woodward. Lather salute. My man, relaxing, man. Be quiet. Get out of here. He said background is a real life. Who is it? Or I dug him. So, I mean, it is what it is. You signed up to be a fighter. You never got a title. Vergil and Oscar are the masters at taking the easy route. Avoid background to fight Lubin just like he avoided Crawford and Boots at 47. And also, man, he gonna avoid Sebastian Fondor after this fight. He gonna say, I got some type of sickness. I got, some type of... I'm telling you, Vergil Ortiz, I heard his father kind of talk about a while ago about how he financially takes care of his whole family. Yeah, they just in it for a couple dollars. Yeah, they just in it for some money, bro. That's it. They in it for the money. He ain't no real throwback fighter at all. Said the last one, yeah, it was. He said, yo, I couldn't believe that Mikey in the Ronin was amazing. He had to strap his nuts on. But Master Splinter always said he was the most talented one if he stopped fucking around. Donald Trump upset, no deal. What is you talking about? Don't forget Vergil lost his last two fights. Lubin could be a robbery. It depends what network it's on. It's probably on the Zone. Probably on the Zone. Probably on the Zone. Probably on the Zone. The Zone. The Zone. The Zone. The day I'm supposed to get off early or on time, he late. They always late on Fridays. I've been working like 12s all week. And he always late on Fridays and shit. They be bullshitting though, for sure. I don't really care. More money in the nigga pocket, but they be bullshitting for real. Fridays ain't the day to bullshit at all. Only good thing to come out of that, OT on your check. But yeah, man, I mean, shit, Vergil, his dad always, oh, we don't have no deal. We don't, like, his daddy always talking, man. He ain't really shit in the corner neither. Like, he need to let his daddy, like, fall back and allow Robert to coach him. His daddy be like, I don't know, get it with these boxing fathers. No fucking qualifications to hold a mitt, to squirt water in the motherfucker's mouth. But they always be having the most to say. I just don't get it, bruh. I don't get, oh yeah, we ain't doing this and we ain't doing that. I ain't heard this, I ain't heard that. Like, anytime Vergil is associated with a threat, his daddy, oh, we ain't doing this and I ain't heard that. And that motherfuckers some scary ass motherfuckers, dog. The Ortiz is a scary dog. He ain't no shit, dog. Then he gonna somebody, yeah, I called Crawford about the title fight, after he jumped up and you knew he was gonna fight Canelo. Oh, nigga is a coward, dog. Like, Vergil really is pussy, dog. Like, let's call it what it is. Vergil really pussy, bruh. Vergil really a pussy. I guarantee if he beat Lubin and it's time to fight Fondora, he gonna find a way out that fight. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Oh, I can't make the weight. I gotta go to 60, or I got rhabdomyolysis 2.0. I just canceled Fios. What's the sports? I don't know. You gotta get a fire stick, bro. Or go pay for something. I'm about to activate my YouTube TV back. Only for football. I'm thinking about getting Sunday ticket. I had it one year, but I ain't really watch it like that. But I got a dumbass TV. My shit dumb big. So I might get it and pay the extra $35. For real. It is what it is. I think I'm getting ready to go get a whip pretty soon. I want to get one before the winter comes. I'm thinking about a Toyota 4Runner. Yeah, I like YouTube TV. Yeah, you get unlimited DVR space. Yeah, I liked it. I just don't be shit to watch outside of basketball. I mean, outside of football season, I don't watch shit. Everything else I watch, like King of the Hill on Hulu, King of the Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Squid Games, Stranger Things, The Wire, all them on apps. And I also got Fire Sticks and shit. So if you need a jailbroken Fire Stick, hit my line. Hit my line. It's cheaper than cable. Honestly, no. To be honest with you, like, what you pay in cable, it depends, because I pay $85 for internet. I got AT&T because I gotta have it. It's good in my area, so I can't complain. Knock on wood. And then it's like they went up again. Like when I had it last year, it went up to like $75. So really, it's your average cable bill but you do get the unlimited DVR space. It saves where you left off for your shows at. I like the interface of YouTube TV. They got a scrolling. You got a guide you can use. It suggests things to watch. It saves the stuff that you watch. You can save the show. Yeah, I think it's pretty dope. Yeah, ultimately, it's probably the same you're going to pay as cable. Why do I need a smart stick or for fire or Fubo? Because with a Fire Stick, you don't got to pay for shit. I don't pay for, if I don't want to, I don't pay for nothing. Any TV show, movie I got every movie you can imagine, going back to black and white, live TV. I got a couple live sports apps, multiple movie and TV show apps. Any TV show, any movie you want to watch for the frisky. For the frisky. Any of them. But I just choose for football season because I like, I like seeing it, using YouTube TV, the reliability. Yeah, you jailbreak a Fire Stick is great. You sometimes at one point you can buy, Android boxes jailbroken on Amazon, but Kodi, they cracked down on Kodi, so everybody had to pivot off Kodi. I think they may still have Cody. I don't think anybody ever uses Cody. But then you got ITVs too. Was it IPTV? You can I don't know if you I think you can get that off a smart TV or Roku. I ain't sure. But IPTV, $15 a month out here, you can watch anything you want to watch. So do you need a good you need a good internet connection. Anything you do, you need a good internet connection that revolves around streaming. Anything you do, you need a good connection. Yeah, that's a dumb question. If your connection ain't good with your PS5, what you think? And you trying to play online, it's gonna be trash. So yeah, you need a good connection, whatever you do. Is it 7 o'clock? Almost. He gonna be, oh man, I'm running late. Where I live, everything closed fucking early. That shit is so irritating. Everything closed early. So yeah, YouTube, I mean, it's straight. Like I said before. Like I said, I mean, yeah, I'll use it for football season. That's why you. And if you just want to get the Sunday ticket, you can just get the Sunday ticket. You can get Red Zone. They got 4K. Yeah, I like it. My mom got it too. I never did no other streaming TV though, like Hulu Live. I ain't never did that. And then you can have like multiple houses on your shit too. Like my mom, if my mom wanted to, she can use one. My dad used one. You know, I had a couple other people use it. So yeah, you can use it wherever you go, really, too. You can use it wherever you go. I want to say on a basic account, so it was my account, bam, bam. I at least have 4 people on my shit. I think you might get 5. Might have 4 people. So that could be logged on at once. I want to say 4 or 5. They might have changed it. But 4 or 5, yep. Yep, and you can cut their ass off when you feel like it. So I used to have 4 or 5 people on my account. Same house, different house. I mean, yeah, I watch YouTube TV. Just everything keep going up. They don't never say, hey, you get 30% off this month. You know, it's like your lease up for your house, it keep going up. Or your property taxes on your mortgage, you know. Everything keep going up. Don't shit ever come down around this motherfucker. Nothing ever come down. Y'all was telling me he about to move. And he paying, you know, $1,300 to move for an apartment. And I'm like, it's just you. You know what I'm saying? But he'd be 5 minutes from the job and shit. I'm like, damn, I don't even pay half of that. I mean, if I'm gonna pay $1,300, I'm just gonna go buy a spot. Honestly. If I'm gonna pay anything 13, especially for a 1-bedroom, 13, 14, 1,500, I'm gonna get a mortgage. I'm just gonna buy a spot. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go buy a spot. Honestly, with you, I ain't gonna play with you. I'm gonna go buy a spot. Nice little straight little condo, shit. Especially in D, you can find a nice little straight crib for the 50 ball. So you probably be paying $700-800 for a mortgage. Be done with it. If I'm paying 12, 13 for 1 bed, man, please. But what really be killing these niggas is the car note. That's what really be killing niggas. I'm gonna get back to Lubin. That the car note really be killing niggas. Niggas be paying $1,000 in the car note. Like, it's wild. You know. Now I'm kind of about to get into lease. I'm thinking about getting into leasing, but I got a car. So my everyday commute is just gonna be in my regular car. You know, and I need to, you know, if I need to shoot some, you know, moves, like, you know, wherever we going out or whatever, I'm just gonna get a truck. But for the most part, yeah, like, $15,000, 15,000 miles on the lease, and you know, as long as I don't do shit major to it or I fix it, like, you can, you know, it go back. And they be like, well, you know, God was telling me, well, you don't own the car. I mean, they depreciate it. Just keep your credit up, you get another car. You know what I'm saying? You be in another, or you can just scale back and get a 2020 something or whatever like that. But I was looking at the insurance too. Yeah, I was looking at the Toyota. If you buy some shit, if I bought a car, the Toyota 4Runner and the Land Rover, those would be 2 cars that I would buy, because that I see they hold their value so well. Like, they don't depreciate like that, bro. I didn't know that. They don't depreciate. Like if you if you was to buy the car and then you wanted to trade it, and then the difference between the equity, Like a four, like there's like forerunners. Check this shit out. You can Google this shit. There's forerunners that's been out since 2020, 2020. Well, I'm gonna say 2022, 2021, 3ish. Let's just say 21 to 23. They going for 40, from 37 to 41,000. Right now you get a 2025 forerunner for 42 to 43,000. So you got cars that's 2 or 3 years older, model years older than that, and it's holding the same value. That's insane. So if you were to finance a car and you say, well, I want to own it, and then you want to return it and get something else and just, whatever the difference of the equity is, I would say a car like the 4Runner or the Land Rover, that's perfect, because as long as you don't damage it, it holds its value. It doesn't depreciate like the rest of these cars. You be like, well, you got 9,000 in negative equity. You like, damn. So what they do, if you finance it and you just tie to that car you traded in, they take that 9,000 in equity and they throw it on whatever new car you got. So if you go out there and get a new, I don't know, you get a new $30,000, you know, Ford Explorer for 30 bands. Now it's 39,500. You know what I'm saying? So you still paying for that other car. You just paying the difference. Now I'm gonna tell y'all another loophole. August 30th is over with, but you know, Biden and the Democrats passed a bill, and Trump had to reverse it. Where if you bought an electric vehicle, they even a used one, they give you up to 7,500 for that electric vehicle, right? So let's just say you went to buy the electric vehicle and it was $20,000. So now you knock off the 17,500. Now you're looking at 13,500 for a car. Or let's say you had a car, you tired of it, and you know you don't really want to pay that negative equity on the car, and it's let's say you 7,000 in negative equity. They can take that money, that grant money that they giving you for buying an electric vehicle. It can knock out your equity for your old car. Now you buying an electric car at the face value. So that was something they put in place to incentivize people to buy electric vehicles. Now you're hearing a couple of stories about electric vehicles where you're hearing that one guy was praying his electric vehicle, it just started taking him out of his control, and he was crashing on the freeway. I don't know if y'all seen that video. Then you had to do in Detroit, said they did a cease and desist on him, but we think he was trolling about the Tesla. Um, but yeah, the car game. Like, the only reason I really got schooled on the car game is because the guy told me when I went, because I did one of my second car to leave, I did it through GM Financial. And he told me, he showed me, I knew percentages already. My mom used to quiz me on percentages all the time. So I understood, kind of what he meant, like when he say, oh, 20% interest or 10% interest. Or, I understood that already. But, to get the best interest rates, the best thing to do is really get with a credit union or something like Capital One Auto, whatever, and show us for a period of time, show that your credit, your account is, never in negative, or you got money coming in. And those typical people are the ones that give you the better auto loan rate. So yeah, so just a heads up. So when you go into the dealership too, and shout out to Modern Bruce, he be schooling me on the car shit too. But like when you go into the dealership, the best thing you can do is be prepared. Whether it's with your credit score, you got to know your credit score. You got to know what you want. Don't come in there and not know what you want. You're gonna leave with something that you're gonna regret that you bought, especially on the more expensive side of things. So when you have to do your research when you coming in, they're gonna try to put you in this, that, and the third, play the role, but they're gonna try to put you in something that you don't want and tell them exactly what you want. They'll be like, well, this is best. And then be like, well, I just really wanted that car, but never mind. I'm just gonna go up the street and I got a second option. That's how you do that. That's how the game they try. Oh, no, we can make it happen. We can knock a couple $100,000 off the car, or a couple thousand off the car, or whatever. That's how that goes down. They always want to put you in a car that they want to get rid of. That's just what it is. Or they want to put you in the most expensive car. That's the name of the game, man. For real. So that's one thing y'all gotta understand about the car game. When you go to that dealership, be prepared. Do all the research on the car. Do the Kelly Blue Book value, the consumer report on the car. Know what you want. Know the ins and out of the car. You know what I'm saying? Know that. But I'm gonna tell you just from me researching them two cars, that Landscaper and that Toyota 4Runner, they hold their value like no other. You might be like, oh, okay, why is that important? Like, okay, if you want to trade it in, let's say you want to trade it in or you want to sell it. Like, you ain't finding no 4Runner. Real talk. I'm going to say going back to maybe 19, 18, 20. You ain't finding no 4Runner right now less than 20 grand. You ain't finding one less than 20 grand. It's a fact. You ain't finding it less than 20. So if I trade my car in and it's worth 20 racks, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you won. Or if I sell it and it's worth 20, I had it for 36 months, 48 months, and it's worth 20, nigga, I feel like you won. But back to Vergil and them. I mean, Vergil wanted to fight Xander Zayas. First the rumor was my hand wasn't good enough. He just he don't want to fight nobody, bro. Vergil just looking to make money. He's a mercenary. He's Keith Thurman. He's the Mexican Keith Thurman. He's just looking to make some money. He ain't looking to be a champion. He ain't looking to be a throwback fighter. He just trying to get some money. So when I look at that particular fight, with him saying, well, my hand hurt, I don't want to fight Murtazaliev. My hand hurt, I don't want to fight Fondora. Now I was like, well, I fight Erickson Lubin, or I want to fight Xander Zayas. All that pretty much boils down to is that he just trying to find the easiest route or the route of least resistance to a title. Like, I've been Pete Vergil gaming. Golden Boy has a horrible reputation, amongst their fighters for ducking fights. Whether it's, Ryan Garcia, whether it's Vergil Ortiz, a lot of they fights, them motherfuckers don't want to fight nobody, bruh. They don't want to fight nobody. But, they just don't want to fight nobody. They want easy titles. That's the thing about it. They want easy titles. Now, I see old buddy fighting tomorrow, Dillian White. Is the guy that he fighting Moses Ikatama, whatever his name is? I never seen him fight, but it seemed like he got a lot of hype behind him. Yeah, it seemed like he got a lot of hype behind him. I injured my back deadlifting. Man, I had one of them deadlift feints. Y'all ever seen the videos? That has to be what it feel like to get knocked out. It has to be what it feel like to get knocked out. When I see these fighters and they get clipped and their legs go, like, I lifted it and I felt my sacrum pop. So when I felt my sacrum pop, you know what I'm saying? I felt a shot in my feet, like my shit just went numb. Like next thing you know, I woke up, I'm on the ground. I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I woke up on the ground. My shit, I was scared to stand up. I thought I was paralyzed. But the feint and the pop ain't had nothing to do with each other. I popped my shit. Low-key, I got up, finished my workout low-key. I sat in the car, drove like about 10 minutes from the crib, from the gym. Man, my shit, that 10 minutes sitting in the car, it was a wrap. Like, my shit was gone, dog. Like, I had to lay on some heat. I barely was able to wash my ass. I got it together, went to work. Man, I had some KT, some of they muscle rub. I showed it on one of my videos. The best shit ever, dog. That shit, bought a brace. I had so much overtime in already. I'm like, dog, I can't let this go to straight pay, or I can't miss no days. Yeah, I strapped my nuts on this week and I did that shit. So, yeah, man. I'm about to, if he hurry up and fucking come, I'm about to go to the dispensary and give me a CBD bath bomb and just sit in that shit. That shit be A1. But yeah, that shit pop. I never thought that could happen to me. But I was trying to motherfucking lift 600. And man, he was like, you almost had it. I'm like, it had me, nigga. Like, I got up to 500. Here he come. Man, I bet it's the black guy. How much you motherfuckers want to bet? I bet it's the black guy. Yup. He cool though. He cool. Yeah, I felt that shit pop. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, man, I thought I was paralyzed. I started praying to Jesus in my head and shit. I'm but the most I got to was, I think last time I did like 550, 560 or something. And my shit, usually when I go heavy, it be my lower back be sore. But this motherfucker was sore for a while. So I had to I took about a week off. Then I ain't deadlift for like 2-3 months. And I just made it in my mind, I ain't gonna never deadlift again. I'm done with it. I ain't deadlifting no more. So I made in my mind that I'm not deadlifting no more. I squat, hack squat. I'm done with deadlifting. I agree with Amara St. Brown dad. Like the movement isn't worth the risk. So yeah, I'm done deadlifting. He better not have a whole bunch of shit on this. I don't give a fuck at this point. I'm about to go to the Cheesecake Factory somewhere and pass the fuck out. He said, yeah, appreciate it, bro. He said they calling Moses the UK big bro. They said UK Mike Tyson. I'm watching that fight tomorrow, then. I'm for sure watching that shit. Shout out to Ricky E. I'm for sure watching it. Oh, his shit empty. Bet. I'm about to be out of here in no time. He said Vergil wanted that fight. Then fight Xander in Puerto Rico. How can Vergil demand something from a champ? Exactly. Great point. What be wrong with these dudes in the comment section, dog? These dudes is wild. Block Hogan. He said, at the end of the day, they talking pay-per-view. I'm like, who buying that pay-per-view? The Hispanic community? But yeah, that shit was wild. Like, his daddy always coming out disputing some shit. For sure. What time is it? Somebody left me a message. Oh yeah, I'm at what? 55 and a half hour 55 hours this week. He said it started at 1. Yeah, I gotta do some volunteer work tomorrow at 9. So I should be back at home by 1. But I ain't gonna lie. The way I got some muscle relaxers and a couple other things I won't say. I might be out of there by the end. I'm gonna try to stay up, but I'm gonna rest all weekend. I'm gonna probably be out of there by the end. What'd he say? He beaming up the Scotty. What'd he say on New Jack City? Getting high, beaming up the Scotty. But I tell you about cannabis though. Low key, cannabis, man, is a great healer for muscle pains, for aches. I mean, cannabis is, I would say, like, if I had a choice on how, I like to just deal with like lifting pain and work pain, CBD is good, but it's not better than THC. It's not better than cannabis. You know what I'm saying? It's better than cannabis, honestly. I mean, it's not better than cannabis. Like when I take edibles, like I don't feel my aches and pain. My aches and pains are a lot better. So I would say, honestly, bro, like when you start laying the risk and the side effects and shit, honestly, I would say cannabis is probably the best thing for dealing with like pains and inflammation and shit. That's what I would say. You can do oregano oil, which is kind of expensive. I take it every morning, but cannabis, honestly, on some real shit, for somebody that's not even a cannabis advocate, cannabis is where it's at when it's talking about aches and pains and back pains and sprains and just dealing with chronic issues and even illnesses that can send you to the upper room. Cannabis is best in my opinion. It's best because all the other ones, you take a muscle relaxer, nigga, you gonna be high for a day or two. You gotta chop them bitches in half. But let me get him up out of here, man. I don't know if I ain't gonna be live tomorrow. I gotta go do some volunteer work, but if I'm up on Sunday morning, I'll do a live. But I'm definitely want to tap in and watch that Moses fight.